In the heart of southern Africa lies a realm of untamed beauty, a living tapestry where the wild reigns supreme and the ancient pulse of the earth beats strong beneath a canopy of green. This is Kafue National Park, a sanctuary of staggering proportions spanning over 22,400 square kilometers. Its boundaries stretch beyond the horizon, dwarfing entire nations and states. Here, the land breathes with the rhythm of the seasons. Mists drift over endless plains at dawn, and the mighty Kafue River carves its way through the heart of the park, nourishing a kingdom where life flourishes in abundance. The park is a mosaic of habitats, dense woodlands, golden grasslands, and shimmering wetlands, each a world unto itself, supporting a web of life as intricate as it is ancient. In the woodlands, towering trees form a cathedral of green, their branches alive with the calls of birds and the rustle of unseen creatures. Grasslands stretch in golden waves, a stage for the great migrations and the silent stalk of predators. Wetlands glisten under the sun, teeming with life both above and below the water's surface. Immense herds of antelope and buffalo move like living rivers across the plains, while elephants traverse ancient paths, shaping the land with every step. In the tall grasses, lions and leopards prowl, their presence a reminder of the delicate balance between predator and prey that has endured for millennia. The scale of this wilderness is humbling. Here, the land itself is a silent giant, its vastness a shield that has preserved the ancient order of life, untouched by the march of time. The park's remoteness has allowed it to remain a living library of biodiversity. Rare plants bloom in secret corners, and creatures found nowhere else on Earth thrive in its embrace, each species a vital thread in the fabric of this ecosystem. The Kafue River, a lifeline stretching over 1,000 miles, is the park's beating heart. Its waters shape the land, flood the plains, and sustain a multitude of life forms, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal. Every element here is connected. Ants march in endless lines, dung beetles labor tirelessly, and elephants forge new paths, each action echoing through the ecosystem, each life dependent on the next. In this realm, harmony is not a concept, but a necessity. Herds cross rivers in synchrony, predators and prey are locked in an eternal dance, and the land itself is shaped by the ebb and flow of life. The park stands as a testament to nature's resilience and ingenuity. It is a sanctuary where the wild spirit of Africa endures, where every sunrise brings new stories and every sunset marks the continuation of an ancient saga. To enter Kafue is to step into a world where the wild is sovereign, where the intricate patterns of life unfold in endless variety, and where the true meaning of wilderness is revealed in every leaf, every river, and every living creature. This is the Verdant realm, Africa's last Eden, a living masterpiece of ecological wonder. The genesis of Kafue National Park is written not in the actions of people, but in the slow, patient artistry of nature itself. Long before any boundaries were drawn or names bestowed, this land was shaped by the elemental forces of earth, water, and sky. Over countless millennia, the Kafue River carved its winding path through the heart of southern Africa, nourishing a mosaic of habitats that would become a sanctuary for life. Seasonal floods spilled across the plains, depositing rich alluvial soils and giving rise to lush grasslands, woodlands, and wetlands. In this vast wilderness, ancient cycles of rain and drought dictated the rhythm of existence. The first rains would awaken dormant seeds, painting the savannah in vibrant greens, while the dry season would draw herds to the shrinking waterholes, forging a delicate balance between abundance and scarcity. The soils themselves, ancient and varied, supported a tapestry of plant life. Miombo woodlands, with their resilient trees and undergrowth, provided shelter and sustenance for countless species. Open dambos, or grassy wetlands, became seasonal refuges for birds and mammals alike. The genesis of this sanctuary was also a story of adaptation and survival. Elephants, antelope, and predators evolved alongside the land, each species finding its niche within the ever-changing environment. Rivers teemed with fish, while floodplains became nurseries for new life each year. The skies above Kafue filled with the calls of migratory birds, drawn from distant continents by the promise of food and shelter. Insects, reptiles, and amphibians thrived in the microhabitats created by seasonal changes, each playing a vital role in the intricate web of life. Fire, too, was a natural architect, sometimes sweeping across the plains, clearing old growth and making way for new shoots, sometimes smouldering quietly beneath the canopy, shaping the landscape in subtle ways. Over time, these natural processes forged a sanctuary of extraordinary diversity. The park's rivers, forests, and plains became a living archive of Africa's evolutionary history, a place where the ancient drama of predator and prey, growth and decay played out in endless cycles. The genesis of Kafue Sanctuary is at its heart a testament to the enduring power of nature's own design. Here the land itself became the architect, the seasons the builders, and the living world the legacy. Today, Kafue National Park stands as a living monument to these natural processes. A sanctuary not only for the creatures that call it home, but for the ancient forces that shaped its every hill, river, and plain. In the genesis of this sanctuary, we find the story of a land sculpted by time, water, and the ceaseless dance of life, a story that continues uninterrupted beneath the endless African sky. Kafue National Park is a realm where the land itself tells a story, one not of a single, unbroken expanse, but of a breathtaking patchwork, each piece woven with its own colors, textures, and secrets. Rather than being defined by uniformity, Kafue is a magnificent mosaic of landscapes, each distinct, each vital, and each playing a unique role in the park's intricate web of life. The park's foundation is ancient and complex, sculpted from granite, schist, and gneiss. Over millions of years, these rocks have been fractured, uplifted, and weathered by the relentless forces of wind, water, and time, creating a landscape of undulating hills, scattered boulders, and dramatic outcrops. This ancient bedrock gives rise to a remarkable variety of habitats where grasslands melt into wetlands and forests emerge from the shadows of stone. In the north, the Busanga Plains unfurl, a vast, open wetland, shimmering beneath the dawn mist, its surface etched with winding water channels and ephemeral pools. When the rains arrive, the plains are transformed into a glistening expanse, water spreading as far as the eye can see. Here, flocks of herons, storks, and other water birds gather, drawn by the abundance of aquatic life that flourishes in the seasonal flood. The Busanga is a landscape of constant transformation, its beauty heightened by the interplay of water and sky, light and shadow as the seasons shift. As the floodwaters recede, the plains are reborn as lush emerald grasslands. Herds of puku and lechwe antelope graze across the open expanse, their movements painting the land with life and energy. This seasonal bounty draws predators from far and wide. Lions and cheetahs prowl the open grass, their presence a testament to the abundance of prey and the delicate balance of survival. Southward, the landscape shifts. The open plains yield to the vast, rolling miombo woodlands, where lines of trees mark the boundary between grass and forest. Here the miombo stretches for miles, a classic African woodland, its broad-leaved deciduous trees casting a dappled mosaic of sunlight and shadow across the forest floor. Within this shaded world, elusive leopards slip silently between the trees, while sable and roan antelope browse in the cool, filtered light, perfectly adapted to the woodland's secretive embrace. The miombo is a quieter, more mysterious realm, its trails winding through sun-speckled undergrowth, its inhabitants masters of camouflage and stealth. Dominating the southern horizon, Lake Iteji stretches wide and blue, its waters reflecting the endless sky and the distant forested shorelines. Formed by the damming of the Kafue River in the 1970s, this immense reservoir now lies at the heart of the park's southern reaches, its presence reshaping the flow of water and life. Though its origins are recent in geological time, the lake has become a sanctuary. Its shores lined with reeds and trees, its waters a magnet for wildlife seeking refuge and sustenance. Elephants gather at the water's edge, their trunks raised in greeting or lowered to drink. Hippos wallow in the shallows, while crocodiles bask on sunlit banks, all drawn by the promise of water in a land shaped by its presence and absence. Above the lake, African fish eagles perch on bare branches, their haunting cries echoing across the water. Submerged trees provide perches for birds and shelter for fish, creating a vibrant, living tapestry. The lake's waters blend seamlessly into the wild, its margins alive with waterfowl and mammals, its depths teeming with unseen life, a testament to nature's ability to adapt and flourish. Across the park, granite kopjes and rocky outcrops rise abruptly from the plains and woodlands, their ancient forms standing sentinel over the ever-changing landscape. These stone islands offer vantage points for watchful predators and safe havens for nimble klipspringers and hyraxes, their lives intertwined with the shelter and perspective the rocks provide. In certain corners, Katanga limestone emerges, its pale surfaces nurturing pockets of lush vegetation. Here the soil's richness shapes the tapestry of plant life, which in turn supports a unique array of animals. From the shimmering floodplains and shadowed woodlands to the vast, life-giving lake and the silent, ancient hills, Kafue's landscapes are a living stage, each scene vital, each habitat a world unto itself, together sustaining one of Africa's richest tapestries of life. The sheer diversity of habitats within Kafue National Park supports an astonishing array of wildlife, making it one of the most biologically rich areas in all of Africa. From the vast open savannas to dense riverine forests, each ecosystem pulses with life, every niche filled by creatures uniquely adapted to survive and thrive. The park is a veritable Noah's Ark, home to an impressive 158 different species of mammal. Herds of antelope, zebra, and buffalo graze side by side, their movements synchronized in a delicate dance of vigilance and cooperation, ever alert to the presence of predators. This incredible variety ranges from the continent's largest land animal, the elephant, whose matriarchs lead family groups across the plains in search of water and fresh grazing, to some of its smallest and most secretive creatures, nimble mongooses darting through the undergrowth, genets slinking through the shadows, each employing stealth and agility to avoid detection. Kafue is a crucial stronghold for many species, providing the vast space and resources they need to maintain healthy populations. At the riverbanks, animals gather in uneasy truce, their thirst momentarily outweighing the ever-present risk of ambush. It is one of the few places left where one can witness such a complete and functioning assemblage of African fauna, a living library of evolution's masterpieces. Here, the interdependence of species is on full display, buffalo stirring up insects for birds, antelope following the movements of larger grazers to find the safest pastures. Among the most charismatic residents are the park's large predators. Lion prides rest in the tall grass, their social bonds reinforced by grooming and play, while their keen eyes scan for the weak or unwary among the herds. Kafue is home to a significant population of lions, with estimates suggesting around 200 individuals roam this vast territory. These apex predators rely on teamwork and strategy, coordinating hunts that test the vigilance and speed of their prey. These apex predators are the undisputed kings of the ecosystem, their presence shaping the behavior and distribution of herbivores across the plains and woodlands. The mere scent of a lion can send a herd of antelope into a frenzy, triggering alarm calls and defensive formations. Alongside them, the more elusive leopard finds its home in the dense riverine forests and rocky kopjes, Masters of stealth, leopards rely on camouflage and patience, ambushing prey from the shadows and dragging their kills into trees to avoid scavengers. But it is perhaps the park's populations of African wild dogs and cheetahs that are of greatest conservation importance. Wild dogs, with their intricate social structures, hunt in coordinated packs, using relentless stamina and teamwork to exhaust their quarry. These wide-ranging carnivores are highly endangered elsewhere, and Kafue provides a critical sanctuary for them, a place where they still have the space to hunt and roam as they have for millennia. Cheetahs, the fastest land animals, rely on bursts of speed and open terrain, their slender forms built for the chase. The herbivore populations in Kafue are equally impressive. Massive herds of buffalo and wildebeest graze the open plains, their numbers providing safety and unity, while the ever-watchful eyes of sentinels scan for danger. The park is particularly famous for its incredible diversity of antelope species, more than any other park in Africa. Each species has carved out its own ecological niche, from the nimble impala leaping through woodlands to the sturdy hartebeest grazing the grasslands. From the water-loving lechwe and puku that congregate in their thousands on the floodplains, their splayed hooves adapted for marshy ground, to the vigilant puku forming tight groups for protection, survival is a constant balancing act. To the magnificent sable and roan antelope found in the woodlands, the variety is staggering. Sable antelope with their imposing horns defend their young from predators, while roan antelope use their size and strength to deter would-be attackers. Large herds of buffalo, wildebeest and zebra also move across the landscapes in response to the changing seasons, following the rains to fresh grazing and water. Their migrations are perilous journeys, with predators lying in wait and the weakest falling behind. The presence of such a diverse prey base is a clear indicator of the ecosystem's health and complexity, a testament to the quality of the habitats found within Kafue. The intricate web of life is visible in every hoofprint and trail, each species playing its part in the grand tapestry of survival. Beyond the mammals, Kafue's biodiversity extends to all corners of the animal kingdom. Birds, reptiles, amphibians and fish all contribute to the park's vibrant life, each with their own strategies for finding food and avoiding predators and reproducing in a landscape of constant change. An incredible 515 species of birds have been recorded here, making it a paradise for ornithologists. Flocks of quelliers move as one, creating living clouds while raptors soar above, scanning for movement below. The wetlands and rivers teem with life, hosting species like the wattled crane, whose elaborate courtship displays play out in the shallows, Pell's fishing owl hunting silently at dusk, and a myriad of kingfishers and herons, each adapted to exploit the bounty of fish and amphibians. The park also supports 70 species of reptiles, including the formidable Nile crocodile, an apex predator of the waterways, and a variety of snakes and lizards, each employing camouflage, venom or speed to survive in a world of constant threat. The rivers and lakes are home to 58 species of fish, from agile cichlids darting among the reeds to powerful catfish lurking in the depths, each playing a role in the aquatic food web. While 36 species of amphibians find their niche in the damp soils and seasonal pools, their calls filling the night air after rains, their lives a race against desiccation and predation. This staggering richness of life highlights Kafue's status as a global biodiversity hotspot, a treasure trove of natural wonders. Here, every day is a story of survival, adaptation, and the intricate interplay of species, each one a vital thread in the living fabric of the last great Eden. In Kafue National Park, every living thing is bound to the ancient, unyielding rhythm of the seasons, a cycle that shapes the very fabric of life. Here the pendulum swings between two powerful forces, the nourishing rains and the relentless sun. These opposing seasons sculpt the land, dictate the behavior of animals, and orchestrate the grand symphony of survival and renewal. The wet season, beginning in October and stretching through April, arrives with thunderous clouds and life-giving rain. The parched earth, cracked and yearning, is suddenly quenched as the heavens open, drenching the plains and woodlands in a deluge that can reach up to 40 inches. Rivers and streams, once reduced to dusty channels, surge with new life. Water seeps into the soil, awakening dormant seeds and coaxing a vibrant green flush from the earth. The transformation is swift and dramatic. What was brown and brittle becomes lush and teeming with growth. Grasses shoot skyward, wildflowers bloom in sudden profusion, and woodlands thicken with dense foliage. The air is heavy with the scent of wet earth and new growth, and the landscape pulses with energy. Rivers swell beyond their banks, and seasonal streams carve new paths through the land. The Busanga Plains in the north are transformed into a shimmering wetland, a vast mirror reflecting the sky, where water stretches as far as the eye can see. With water and food abundant, wildlife disperses across the park. Elephants roam far and wide, antelope graze in hidden meadows, and birds flock to the flooded plains, their calls echoing in the humid air. No longer confined to the main rivers or permanent waterholes, animals find sustenance everywhere. Grazers feast on the fresh grass while herds scatter, taking advantage of the park's newfound abundance. This is a season of birth and renewal. Many species, from antelope to wildebeest, time the arrival of their young to coincide with the peak of plenty. Newborns take their first steps on soft green ground, surrounded by a world bursting with life. The lush vegetation provides ample nourishment for mothers and their offspring. Wildebeest and puku antelope gather in family groups, their young calves and fawns learning to navigate the vibrant rain-soaked world. Yet the wet season is not without its trials. The thick, tangled growth offers shelter to prey, but poses a challenge for predators, who must stalk and hunt in near invisibility. The ground, saturated and soft, becomes a muddy labyrinth. Movement is slow and arduous, and vast areas turn into impassable quagmires. Predators must adapt, relying on patience and cunning as they navigate the dense, wet world. As April fades into May, the rains retreat. The pendulum swings once more, and the dry season begins its inexorable advance. The sun reclaims the sky, burning away the clouds. Rivers shrink, streams vanish, and the land begins to thirst again. The once lush vegetation withers under the relentless heat. Grasses turn golden and brittle, and the air shimmers with dust and heat. On the Busanga Plains, the floodwaters recede, revealing vast, nutrient-rich grasslands. Herds of grazers, zebra, buffalo, and antelope gather in great numbers, drawn to the bounty left behind by the retreating waters. In the woodlands, leaves fall and the canopy opens, bathing the forest floor in sunlight. Visibility improves, and the intricate dance between predator and prey becomes more exposed. Water becomes scarce. Temporary pans and streams vanish, and animals are drawn inexorably to the last remaining waterholes and rivers, such as the Kafue and Lake Itigi-Teji. Around these shrinking oases, life converges. Herds jostle for space, and the air is thick with tension as predator and prey are forced into close quarters. The dry season, with its average temperature of 70 degrees Fahrenheit, is a time of opportunity for predators. Lions lounge in the shade, leopards stalk the open grass, and wild dogs patrol the edges of the herds. The thinning vegetation and concentrated prey make hunting easier. Every visit to a waterhole is fraught with risk, as predators lie in wait for the unwary. Lions, leopards, and wild dogs seize the moment, their hunts more frequent and visible. The struggle for survival is laid bare, raw, and immediate, as the drama of life and death unfolds in the open. The dry season is a crucible, testing every creature, yet it is also a time of spectacle. As the timeless cycles of rain and sun, abundance and scarcity, birth and death continue to shape the wild heart of Kafue, here the rhythms of nature reign supreme, unbroken and eternal. The cheetah, an icon of the African plains, is the epitome of speed and grace. Every muscle in its slender frame is honed for the pursuit of prey, its body a masterpiece of evolutionary design. Yet, in the wilds of Kafue, even this supreme hunter faces a daily struggle for survival. In Kafue, a small but vital population of around 60 of these magnificent cats prowls the open grasslands, perfectly adapted for a life of explosive acceleration. Their keen eyesight scans the horizon for any sign of movement, alert to the slightest twitch of an antelope's ear or the flick of a tail in the tall grass. Watching a cheetah hunt is to witness one of nature's most spectacular events. The hunt begins with patience and precision as the cheetah stalks its quarry, using the undulating terrain and tufts of grass for cover. Every step is calculated, minimizing noise and movement to avoid alerting its prey. A recent observation highlighted the remarkable coordination and power of these animals. In the vastness of the plains, cheetahs often form coalitions, alliances of brothers or unrelated males, working together to increase their chances of success. A coalition of cheetahs working together targeted a wildebeest, a formidable quarry far larger than any single one of them could handle alone. The wildebeest, with its powerful build and sharp hooves, is a dangerous adversary, capable of inflicting serious injury if cornered. The chase was a breathtaking display of athletic prowess, a blur of spotted gold against the ochre landscape as they reached speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. The cheetah's long, flexible spines and non-retractable claws provide traction and balance, allowing them to make rapid turns as the wildebeest zigzags in a desperate bid for escape. The hunt is a finely tuned strategy, relying on more than just raw speed. Each member of the coalition has a role. Some drive the prey, others anticipate its movements, cutting off escape routes and forcing it into a vulnerable position. The cheetahs must single out a target, often an individual that appears weaker or less alert, and then coordinate their attack to maximize their chances of success. Communication is silent but effective. Body language, subtle glances, and positioning all play a part in the unfolding drama. In this instance, as the lead cheetah closed the gap, it performed an incredible feat of agility, leaping onto the wildebeest's back. The impact is sudden and violent, the cheetah's claws digging in as it tries to bring the powerful animal to a halt. This audacious move served to unbalance the powerful herbivore, slowing it down and creating an opportunity for the other members of the coalition to join the fray. Working in unison, they target the legs and throat, using their combined strength to subdue their prey. The combined weight and strength of the group were enough to finally bring the struggling animal to the ground, a testament to the effectiveness of their cooperative hunting strategy. But even in victory, the cheetahs cannot afford to relax. However, securing the kill is only half the battle. The open plains offer little cover, and the scent of blood is a beacon to every scavenger and predator in the area. The moments following a successful hunt are fraught with peril for the cheetah. The intense burst of speed leaves them physically depleted, their bodies overheating and muscles trembling from exertion. The exertion of the chase leaves them utterly exhausted, and they must rest to catch their breath before they can begin to feed. This period of vulnerability is one of the most dangerous times in a cheetah's life. This window of vulnerability is a dangerous time as the scent of the fresh kill travels quickly on the breeze, attracting the attention of other, more powerful predators. The ecosystem is a constant battleground where every meal is contested and nothing is guaranteed. In Kafue, the primary threat comes from lions and spotted hyenas, both of which are more than capable of intimidating a cheetah and stealing its hard-won meal. Lions, with their immense strength and social bonds, dominate the food chain, while hyenas use their numbers and relentless persistence to overwhelm competitors. The cheetahs must eat quickly, constantly scanning their surroundings for any sign of these opportunistic thieves. Their heads dart up between mouthfuls, ears twitching at every sound, eyes searching for movement in the grass. On this occasion, the cheetah's fears were realized. The delicate balance of predator and prey is always shifting, and danger is never far away. Lurking in the periphery, a clan of hyenas had been drawn by the commotion and the smell of blood. Their keen sense of smell and acute hearing make them formidable competitors in the race for survival. The cheetahs, despite their success, were at a severe disadvantage. Hyenas are built for endurance and aggression, their powerful jaws capable of crushing bone, and their social structure allows them to outnumber and outmuscle solitary hunters. They are built for speed, not for combat, and a direct confrontation with a group of powerful hyenas would almost certainly result in injury or death. The cheetah's only option is to retreat, surrendering their hard-earned meal to the more aggressive intruders. Faced with overwhelming odds, the cheetahs were forced to abandon their prize, a bitter end to their spectacular effort. The hyenas waste no time, descending on the carcass with frenzied energy, their cackles echoing across the plains. This single event encapsulates the precarious existence of the cheetah, a supreme hunter that is constantly living on a knife's edge, often losing its meals to stronger competitors. In the intricate web of predator-prey dynamics, every animal must balance risk and reward, using every adaptation and tactic at its disposal to survive another day in the unforgiving wilds of Kafue. In the golden grasslands of Kafue, the cheetah moves with a grace and purpose shaped by millennia of evolution. The struggle for survival here is not just a daily challenge, it is a relentless test of adaptation, resilience, and instinct. The cheetah's plight in this vast wilderness mirrors the silent battles faced by its kind across the continent. With only an estimated 60 individuals scattered across the immense park, each cheetah is a solitary sentinel, navigating a world where every shadow could conceal danger and every open space is both opportunity and risk. The cheetah's acute senses are always on high alert. Vulnerable to the slightest change in their environment, they must constantly scan for threats, both seen and unseen. The pressure of competition is ever present, and the margin for error is razor thin. The swift hunter's greatest challenge is not the chase, but the aftermath. The moment a kill is made, the clock begins to tick. Larger, more powerful predators are drawn by the scent of blood, and the cheetah must eat quickly or risk losing its hard-won meal. 30% of their kills are stolen by lions and hyenas, an immense loss for an animal that expends so much energy in the hunt. Each theft is a blow, forcing the cheetah to hunt again, to run again, to risk again. The cheetah's legendary speed is both its gift and its curse. Every sprint is a gamble, draining precious reserves and exposing the hunter to injury, yet it is this very speed that defines the cheetah. An adaptation honed for survival in a world of swift prey and swifter danger. Even in moments of rest, the cheetah's vigilance never fades. The threat of ambush, the need to protect a meal, the constant search for safety, these are the rhythms of its existence. Across Africa, the cheetah's numbers have dwindled to fewer than 7,000. Each one is a survivor, shaped by the harsh realities of open plains and shifting seasons. The world of the cheetah is shrinking. Once endless grasslands stretched to the horizon. Now the landscape is fractured, the wild spaces growing ever more scarce. The cheetah's need for vast open territory is a fundamental part of its nature. Fragmented habitats challenge its ability to roam, to hunt, to thrive. Adaptation is the cheetah's answer. It ranges far and wide, reading the land, learning the patterns of prey and predator alike. Every termite mound becomes a lookout, every breeze a message. Yet, as the wild is carved into smaller pieces, the cheetah's world contracts. The open plains that once offered freedom now present barriers, and the search for prey grows ever more desperate. The cheetah's path is fraught with peril. Every step into new territory brings the risk of confrontation with other predators and the ever-present challenge of finding enough to eat. Beneath the cheetah's striking features lies a hidden vulnerability. Its genetic legacy is a fragile one, the result of ancient trials that left the species with little diversity. All cheetahs are bound by a remarkable sameness, their kinship written in their very DNA. This unity, while a testament to survival, leaves them exposed to the whims of fate. Long ago, a bottleneck nearly ended the cheetah's story. Only a handful survived, and from them, all living cheetahs descend, a lineage both ancient and precarious. This genetic uniformity is a silent threat. Disease can sweep through a population with devastating speed, and the ability to adapt to new challenges is limited. For the cheetah, every day is a balance between hope and hardship. A single illness, a single drought could tip the scales. The cheetah's ancient legacy is both a triumph and a burden, shaping its destiny in ways both seen and unseen. The wild is filled with dangers, hidden snares, the scent of rivals, the ever-present need to remain unseen and unheard. The cheetah's beauty, so vital to its survival, can also be its undoing. Its spotted coat, a marvel of camouflage, is coveted by those who see only its value as a prize. The young are especially vulnerable. Torn from their mothers, they face a world of uncertainty, their future as fragile as the grass beneath their paws. The cheetah's life is a tapestry of challenges, competition, hunger, isolation, and the ever-present shadow of extinction. Yet within this struggle lies a story of extraordinary adaptation and quiet endurance. As the sun sets over Kafue, the swift hunter stands alone, a symbol of both vulnerability and hope. Its fate hangs in the balance, a testament to the wild's enduring spirit and the delicate thread that binds all life. The precarious situation of the cheetah in Kafue National Park is not just a tragedy for a single species. It is a profound warning about the intricate health of the entire ecosystem. In this vast wilderness, every living creature is woven into a complex tapestry of interdependence, where the fate of one species can ripple outward, affecting countless others in subtle and dramatic ways. Within Kafue's web of life, each species, predator and prey, grazer and browser, scavenger and insect, plays a unique and irreplaceable role. The loss or decline of even a single thread can unravel the stability of the whole, setting off a cascade of changes that may not be immediately visible but are deeply consequential. Cheetahs, as apex pursuit predators, are a vital part of this balance. Their presence is not just a testament to the park's wildness, but a linchpin in the regulation of herbivore populations. Specializing in hunting small to medium-sized antelopes such as puku and impala, cheetahs exert a selective pressure that shapes the behavior, distribution, and abundance of these herbivores. By preying on the more vulnerable individuals, cheetahs help maintain the health and genetic vigor of antelope populations, while also preventing overgrazing that could degrade the grasslands. This predation pressure ensures that vegetation remains robust, supporting a rich diversity of plant life, which in turn sustains a multitude of other species, from insects and birds to larger grazers and browsers. The presence of a full suite of predators, cheetahs, lions, leopards and wild dogs, creates what ecologists call a landscape of fear. This dynamic is not about constant terror, but about the subtle, ever-present influence predators have on the movements and choices of their prey. Herbivores, ever alert to the risk of predation, must carefully choose where and when to graze, drink, and rest. This vigilance disperses their impact across the landscape, preventing any one area from being overused and allowing vegetation to recover and thrive. The constant negotiation between risk and reward shapes the very structure of the ecosystem, influencing which plants dominate, where waterholes are frequented, and how different species coexist. This delicate balance ensures that no single herbivore species can monopolize resources, promoting a mosaic of habitats and a rich tapestry of life. Should cheetahs vanish, this intricate dance would be disrupted. The absence of their unique hunting style could allow certain antelope populations to swell unchecked, leading to overgrazing and a decline in plant diversity. Each predator in Kafue has evolved to fill a distinct ecological niche, minimizing direct competition and allowing for coexistence. This diversity of hunting strategies and prey preferences is essential for ecosystem resilience. Lions typically target larger prey such as buffalo and wildebeest, while leopards hunt smaller animals in dense thickets and wild dogs rely on coordinated pack strategies. Cheetahs, with their unmatched speed and preference for open plains, fill a role that no other predator can replicate. The loss of the cheetah would leave a void in this predatory guild, weakening the ecosystem's ability to adapt to change and absorb shocks. While other predators might partially fill the gap, none can match the cheetah's specialization as a diurnal, high-speed hunter, leaving certain prey species less regulated and altering the rhythm of life on the plains. The loss of such functional diversity would make the entire ecosystem more fragile, less able to withstand challenges like drought, disease, or shifts in climate. The health of the cheetah population is thus a vital indicator of the park's overall well-being. A thriving cheetah population signals a healthy prey base, robust vegetation, and a balanced community of predators. When cheetahs flourish, it means the ecosystem's many interlocking parts are functioning in harmony, with enough open habitat, prey, and space for all. Conversely, a declining cheetah population is a sign of imbalance, perhaps a dwindling prey base, shrinking habitat, or increased pressure from other predators. The cheetah is a sentinel species, a living signal of the ecosystem's hidden strengths and vulnerabilities. Its struggles alert us to deeper shifts that may threaten the entire community of life. Protecting the cheetah is not just about saving one iconic animal. It is about safeguarding the intricate, fragile balance of Kafue's wild heart, a balance upon which the fate of countless species depends. Kafue National Park stands as a monumental testament to the wild heart of Africa, a sprawling sanctuary where the ancient rhythms of nature still pulse, undisturbed and magnificent. Here, the land breathes with the life of countless species, each woven into a tapestry of existence that has evolved over millennia. Elephants roam the open plains, shaping the landscape as they have for generations, while lions rest in the tall grass, guardians of the balance between predator and prey. Wild dogs course through the bush in silent coordination, and herds of antelope move like living rivers across the savannah. The cheetah, swift and vulnerable, glides through the grasslands, a symbol of the fragility and grace of the wild. To lose Kafue would be to silence the ancient dialogue between predator and prey, to erase the living memory of the land itself. Such a loss would echo through the ages, leaving the world poorer, emptier, and forever changed. The importance of protecting Kafue lies in the unbroken cycles of life that unfold here. Birth, growth, death, and renewal, each process sustaining the next in a seamless chain. The migrations, the hunts, the quiet moments of rest beneath ancient trees, these are the stories of nature, written in hoofprints and paw marks, in the rustle of grass and the call of distant birds. The Kafue River, winding through wetlands and woodlands, nourishes all life. Its waters are lifeline for the creatures that depend on its flow. The miombo woodlands and grasslands act as vast lungs for the earth, absorbing carbon, filtering the air and sheltering a chorus of life. Mist drifts over the grasslands at dawn, and clouds cast shifting shadows across the endless green, marking the passage of time in a world untouched by haste. Wetlands teem with birds and fish, each species playing its part in the intricate web of life, each moment a testament to the resilience and beauty of the natural world. The preservation of these wild processes is more vital than any invention, for they are the foundation upon which all life depends. To protect Kafue is to invest in the stability of the earth itself, to safeguard the harmony that sustains the living world. Places like Kafue are sanctuaries of wonder, where the rare and the remarkable endure, and where the wild spirit of Africa still thrives. They are living libraries of knowledge, where every track and every call tells a story older than memory. They remind us of our place in a world that is vast, mysterious, and infinitely precious. The threats to this Eden are many: fire, drought, the relentless march of time, but the wild endures, adapting, persisting, and renewing itself with every sunrise. The predators of Kafue, moving through golden light, are not just hunters, they are keepers of balance, ensuring that life continues in all its diversity. Let us be inspired by the resilience and beauty of this place, and let our resolve be as enduring as the land itself, so that Kafue, this last Eden, may endure wild and free for all the generations yet to come. As the sun dips below the horizon and the last golden rays fade from the grasslands, Kafue National Park is transformed. The day's chorus of birds and insects gives way to the subtle symphony of the night, and a new cast of characters emerges from the shadows. In the cool darkness, the air is alive with anticipation. Eyes gleam in the undergrowth. Nocturnal hunters awaken, finely tuned to the secrets of the night. The elusive leopard, master of stealth, glides silently among the trees. Its spotted coat blends seamlessly with the dappled moonlight, its movements guided by a world of scent and sound. With every calculated step, the leopard's whiskers catch the faintest tremors, its vision piercing the darkness where others see only black. Nearby, the serval stalks the tall grass, ears swiveling like radar dishes to catch the rustle of rodents. With a sudden leap it pounces, snaring its prey with agile precision. Meanwhile, the hyena's laughter echoes across the plains, a haunting chorus that signals the start of their nightly patrol. These misunderstood scavengers reveal their intelligence and teamwork under the cover of night, navigating by the stars and the scent of distant meals. In the wetlands, hippos emerge from the water, their massive forms grazing under the silver light. Frogs and insects create a tapestry of sound, while owls glide overhead, wings whispering secrets to the wind. Bats dart through the air, feasting on clouds of insects invisible to all but their keen sonar. Antelope gather in cautious groups, their senses sharpened by the knowledge that danger lurks in every shadow. Elephants, too, move quietly, their trunks exploring the cool night air, communicating in low rumbles that travel farther under the velvet sky. Adaptations abound. Eyes widen to capture every photon, fur grows thicker against the chill, and calls soften to avoid unwanted attention. Each creature has found its own way to thrive in the darkness, carving out a niche in the intricate web of nocturnal life. Here, in the deep silence of Kafue's night, the ancient drama continues, unseen by human eyes, but every bit as vital as the sunlit day. In these hours, the park belongs wholly to its wild inhabitants. The mysteries of Kafue after dark are a reminder that even when the world seems still, life endures, resilient, adaptive, and beautifully untamed. Beneath the surface of every hunt and every hush in Kafue, an invisible tapestry connects all living things, the food web. Here energy flows in silent currents, linking the smallest blade of grass to the mightiest predator. It begins with the sun. Grasses and trees drink in its light, transforming it into sustenance through photosynthesis. These plants, the park's primary producers, form the green foundation upon which all life depends. Grazers, herds of puku, lechwe, and buffalo feed on this bounty. Their constant movement shapes the landscape, while their bodies provide nourishment for the next tier, the carnivores. Lions, with their powerful jaws, target the old and the weak. Wild dogs, relentless and coordinated, chase down swift antelope. Leopards specialize in ambush, taking prey high into the trees. Each predator carves a unique role, keeping herbivore numbers in balance. But the web stretches further. Scavengers, hyenas, vultures, and marabou storks arrive to clean up what's left behind, recycling nutrients back into the earth. Even the tiniest organisms, like beetles and fungi, break down the remains, enriching the soil for new growth. Within this web, unusual relationships thrive. The oxpecker rides atop buffalo, feeding on ticks. Fish-eagles swoop down for slippery catfish, while crocodiles wait, patient and still, at the water's edge. Frogs and insects become meals for bats and owls, transferring energy up through the night. Every link is vital. Disruptions ripple outward. If any thread is broken, the balance falters. Yet, in Kafue, the system endures, a masterpiece of connection and adaptation. Here, the cycle of life is unbroken, each creature sustained by those that came before and those that follow after, woven together in the endless dance of survival. Water is the silent architect of Kafue's wild kingdom. Rivers, sprawling wetlands, and seasonal floodplains carve the land, shaping everything in their path. The mighty Kafue River meanders through the heart of the park, its channels splitting and rejoining, weaving a living network that nourishes all it touches. Where water lingers, life flourishes. Dense papyrus swamps and shimmering lagoons offer sanctuary to countless creatures. Hippos wallow in muddy pools, their eyes just above the surface, while crocodiles slip beneath the water unseen. Along the banks, herds of elephants gather to drink and bathe, their trunks swirling up clouds of cool spray. Antelope tiptoe through the reeds, wary of hidden dangers, while flocks of birds descend in a riot of colour, kingfishers, storks and herons, each drawn by the promise of fish and insects. As seasons shift, so too does the water. Torrential rains transform dry grasslands into temporary lakes, awakening frogs from their burrows and summoning clouds of dragonflies. Fish migrate with the floods, spreading new life across the plains. In the dry months, waterholes become precious oases, drawing thirsty animals from miles around and concentrating the drama of survival at their edges. But water is not merely a resource, it is a sculptor, shaping habitats and forging boundaries. It creates safe havens for the rare Sitatunga antelope whose splayed hooves are made for marshy ground. It supports forests of ebony and fig, their roots anchored deep in rich, damp soil. Even the air hums with the chorus of frogs, the buzz of dragonflies, and the distant call of a fish-eagle. In Kafue, water is life, flowing, pooling, and evaporating in an endless cycle. It sustains the park's astonishing variety of plants and animals, connects distant corners of the wilderness, and ensures that even in the harshest season the threads of life remain unbroken. Across the vast expanse of Kafue, a silent rhythm stirs as the seasons change. Invisible to the human eye, ancient roots awaken beneath the grass, guiding herds and flocks on their timeless journeys. Wildebeest and zebra sense the first whispers of rain, their instincts attuned to the pulse of the land. Driven by the promise of fresh grazing, they flow across the plains in shifting patterns, hundreds of hooves drumming a steady beat upon the earth. As floodwaters recede, antelope emerge from thickets, tracing the memory of old trails toward distant waterholes. Buffalo move in tight-knit columns, their path winding between woodlands and open savannas. Even the elusive Sitatunga, master of the marsh, navigates hidden corridors through reeds and swamps, following the rise and fall of the waters. For each creature, the journey is fraught with challenges. Predators lie in wait along narrow crossings, their presence a constant shadow. Rivers swollen by rain test the courage of even the strongest swimmers, while parched stretches in the dry months demand endurance and resolve. Yet, these migrations are more than a quest for survival. They are the lifeblood of Kafue's ecosystem. As animals travel, they scatter seeds, fertilize the soil, and shape the very landscape they traverse. Their passage knits together distant habitats, ensuring that the park's web of life remains vibrant and resilient. In Kafue, migration is a story without words, written in footprints and fleeting glimpses. It is a testament to nature's enduring cycles, a dance of hope, hardship, and renewal played out beneath the endless African sky. Beneath the grandeur of Kafue's sweeping plains and mighty rivers lies a world often overlooked, a tapestry of microhabitats, each nurturing its own caste of secretive residents. In the shadow of ancient termite mounds, the soil is cool and rich, drawing burrowing creatures like the shy aardvark and the industrious dung beetle. Here the earth pulses with unseen life as thousands of insects perform silent labours that keep the land fertile. Within tangled thickets and fallen logs, pockets of dampness persist even in the dry season. These miniature sanctuaries become havens for delicate reed frogs, whose jewel-toned skins shimmer in the filtered light. Dainty butterflies flit between wild flowers, their fragile wings dusted with pollen, while leaf-tailed geckos vanish against mottled bark, masters of camouflage in a world of textures. Among the tangled roots of riverbanks, the air hums with activity. Tiny killifish dart through shallow pools, while freshwater crabs scuttle beneath stones, ever wary of hungry kingfishers overhead. On the floodplain's edge, colonies of weaver ants construct elaborate nests, their teamwork a marvel of the miniature world. Even in the most unassuming corners, under a clump of grass, in the hollow of a tree, life thrives in unexpected forms. Velvet mites emerge after rain, painting the earth with flashes of crimson. In the cool of dusk, bush babies leap silently from branch to branch, their eyes gleaming as they hunt for insects in the twilight. These lesser-known species, though small and seldom seen, are the quiet architects of Kafue's resilience. Together they pollinate, aerate and recycle, weaving the fine threads that hold the ecosystem together. In every hidden haven the park's true diversity is revealed, a reminder that in Kafue, even the tiniest lives play a vital part in the wilderness's enduring symphony. Across the vast expanse of Kafue, the land is shaped not only by life, but by the relentless hand of natural disturbance. Here, fire, flood, and drought are not anomalies. They are integral chapters in the ongoing story of the wilderness. In the height of the dry season, lightning ignites the grasslands. Flames sweep across the savannah, their orange tongues licking the horizon. Though destructive in appearance, these fires are agents of renewal. They clear away choking brush, recycle nutrients into the soil, and trigger the germination of fire-adapted seeds. In the aftermath, green shoots emerge, drawing grazers back to the rejuvenated plains, and with them the predators that follow. As seasons shift and the rains return, the Kafue River swells beyond its banks. Floodwaters spill across the landscape, transforming floodplains into shimmering mosaics. Fish migrate into newly formed channels. Birds gather to feast on aquatic life, and amphibians emerge to breed in temporary pools. Yet these same waters can isolate animals, strand the unwary, and reshape entire habitats overnight. The flood's bounty is balanced by its peril. But there are years when the rains falter and drought descends. Rivers shrink to trickles, grass withers, and dust hangs heavy in the air. Competition intensifies as waterholes dwindle. Some species endure by burrowing deep or seeking refuge in shaded thickets, while others must journey far in search of sustenance. The land grows quiet, waiting for relief. Each disturbance leaves its mark, sculpting the landscape and testing the resilience of those who call Kafue home. These cycles of destruction and renewal foster diversity, ensuring that only the adaptable thrive. In the absence of human intervention, the wilderness endures, tempered, transformed, and ever-evolving through nature's trials. Beneath the surface of Kafue's wild drama, a quieter story unfolds, a story of connection and cooperation. Here, survival is not always a solitary struggle, but often a partnership woven through the tapestry of life. Across the sunlit plains, oxpeckers perch atop the backs of buffalo and antelope, their beaks busily searching for ticks and parasites. The birds feast while their hosts are groomed, a living alliance that benefits both. In the shade of ancient acacias, ants march in fierce columns, fiercely defending their leafy homes from hungry herbivores. In return for protection, the trees provide shelter and sweet nectar, forging a pact that shapes the landscape itself. Beneath the water's surface, tiny fish dart around hippos, nibbling away algae and dead skin. The hippos gain relief, while the fish find a feast in the safety of a giant's shadow. Even the smallest creatures play their part. Dung beetles roll their precious cargo across the earth, recycling nutrients and aerating the soil, while unknowingly planting seeds that will one day become the forest's giants. In the branches above, birds and mammals spread seeds far from their origins, ensuring the renewal of the wilderness. These intricate partnerships are the threads that bind the ecosystem together. Each act of cooperation, each moment of mutual benefit, strengthens the web of life. In Kafue, survival is not just a contest. It is a collaboration where every species, great and small, depends on others. Through these bonds of survival, the wilderness flourishes, resilient and whole, shaped not only by competition, but by the enduring power of unity. Within the wild embrace of Kafue, life is shaped not just by the present, but by the relentless march of evolution. Here, every creature is a testament to the power of adaptation, a living record of survival written across generations. On the open plains, the cheetah's slender body is honed for speed. Lightweight bones, flexible spines, and powerful muscles work in harmony, propelling it across the grasslands in a breathtaking burst of acceleration. Its tear-marked face reduces glare, focusing vision on distant prey. Every feature, every movement is the result of countless trials, each one sharpening the edge of survival. Beneath the shade, the African elephant stands as a giant of innovation. Its trunk, a marvel of dexterity, is both tool and sense, able to pluck a single blade of grass or sense the faintest scent on the wind. Massive ears fan the air, cooling blood under the relentless sun, while thick skin shields against thorn and insect alike. In the waterways, the crocodile reigns as an ancient predator. Its armored hide resists both attack and decay, while eyes and nostrils set high on its head allow it to lurk unseen beneath the surface. With explosive speed, it seizes opportunity, a patient hunter shaped by eons of selective pressure. High above, the fish-eagle's keen eyesight spots the shimmer of scales far below. Its talons curve perfectly to snatch slippery prey, and its wings catch the thermals, soaring effortlessly over river and forest. Even the tiniest denizens display remarkable adaptations. The termite, architect of the earth, constructs towering mounds that regulate temperature and humidity, creating microclimates within. Their societies are finely tuned, with castes specialized for defense, labor, and reproduction, a blueprint for survival against all odds. Each adaptation tells a story of challenge and triumph, a unique answer to the test posed by Kafue's ever-changing world. In this wilderness, every species is both artist and canvas, shaped by the invisible hand of evolution to fit a role in the grand design. Here, survival is not merely a matter of strength or cunning, but of exquisite adaptation, nature's finest work ever unfolding. In the intricate tapestry of Kafue, certain species hold the threads together, their presence vital to the health and stability of the entire ecosystem. These keystone species, though few in number, exert an influence far beyond their own existence, ensuring that the wilderness thrives in delicate harmony. At the heart of Kafue's rivers, the hippo reigns supreme. By day they wallow in the cool waters, their immense bodies creating channels that shape the flow of the river. These channels prevent stagnation, allowing fresh water to circulate and sustain aquatic life. At night, hippos emerge to graze on the surrounding grasslands, their foraging habits maintaining open spaces that support a diverse array of plant and animal life. Without the hippo, the riverine ecosystem would falter, its intricate balance disrupted. In the savannah, the African lion plays a critical role as a top predator. By preying on herbivores such as antelope and buffalo, lions regulate their populations, preventing overgrazing and ensuring that vegetation remains abundant. This, in turn, supports a wider range of species, from insects to birds, creating a thriving mosaic of life. The lion's presence keeps the ecosystem in check, a silent steward of nature's equilibrium. Among the towering trees, the fig tree stands as a botanical keystone. Its fruit, available year-round, is a vital food source for a myriad of creatures, from birds to primates. The fig tree's roots anchor the soil, preventing erosion, while its canopy provides shelter and nesting sites. Insects pollinate its flowers, continuing a cycle that supports a vast network of life. The fig tree's contribution is subtle yet profound, a cornerstone of forest resilience. In the dry grasslands, the termite mound rises as a monument to ecological engineering. Termites aerate the soil, enhancing its fertility and enabling plant growth. Their mounds, rich in nutrients, become hotspots of biodiversity, attracting a host of species that depend on this microhabitat for survival. The termite's role as a decomposer recycles nutrients back into the ecosystem, maintaining the cycle of life. Keystone species are the architects of Kafue's natural order, their actions weaving the threads that sustain life. They are the guardians of balance, each one a vital piece in the grand puzzle of this verdant realm. Without them, the fabric of the ecosystem would unravel, a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all life. In Kafue, the Keystone Guardians stand as a testament to nature's wisdom, their presence a beacon of the intricate and fragile harmony that defines this wilderness. Amidst the vast plains, winding rivers and mosaic woodlands of Kafue, an extraordinary cast of plant life quietly shapes the destiny of the land. From the towering miombo woodlands to the resilient savanna grasses, each species is a master of adaptation, sculpted by millennia of shifting seasons and survival. The miombo trees, with their broad spreading canopies, dominate the upland forests. Their deep roots anchor them through drought and deluge, drawing water from hidden reserves below. In the dry season their leaves fall, carpeting the earth and nourishing the soil, sustaining countless organisms in the leanest months. Below, the mopane trees unfold their butterfly-shaped leaves shimmering silver-green in the sun. Rich in nutrients, their foliage sustains elephants, antelope, and insects alike, while their bark offers shelter to burrowing creatures. Mopane seeds, scattered by wind and animal, ensure the renewal of these vital groves. In the floodplains, papyrus reeds sway in gentle currents. Their hollow stems provide refuge for birds and insects, while their dense roots filter the water, purifying the lifeblood of Kafue's rivers. Floating lilies unfurl delicate blooms, attracting pollinators and offering shade for young fish beneath. The resilient acacia, bristling with thorns, thrives where others cannot. Its umbrella-shaped crown shields the earth from harsh sun, and its nectar-laden flowers feed bees and birds. When grazed upon, the acacia releases chemical signals, warning neighboring trees to fortify their defenses, a silent conversation among the wild. Grasses, often overlooked, are the silent architects of Kafue. Their roots bind the soil, preventing erosion, and their rapid growth after fire or rain feeds herds on the move. Some, like the speargrass, have seeds that twist and burrow into the earth, ensuring survival even in the harshest seasons. Through ingenious adaptations, deep roots, thorny armor, symbiotic relationships, Kafue's flora endures and thrives. Together these green architects create a living foundation, shaping habitats, cycling nutrients, and sustaining the delicate web of life. Amid the wild beauty of Kafue, the plants are silent sentinels, their quiet resilience echoing in every leaf and branch.